Welcome back to another video. My name is Christopher and this is Cars Unlocked. Today we're comparing the 2023 Nissan crossovers. We have the SL versions of both packages, so we're really comparing apples to apples, and I want to hear from you guys. Comment down below, which one would you buy? Is the Qashqai on your shopping list or is the Nissan Rogue? Let's get a discussion in the comments going over which one should you buy. So here at Cars Unlocked, me being Dutch, the first thing we start with is the pricing. Now the Qashqai, obviously being the smaller vehicle, is going to be a little cheaper. This SL package has an MSRP of $33,148, and then our Rogue SL has a little higher price tag. It's gonna be $41,348. So you're paying about $9,000 more for the Rogue. Let's compare and see what you get for that extra dollar. Now let's compare the power plants here. Our Nissan Qashqai comes with that 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. A few different power plants here compared to the Rogue. It's got 141 horsepower and 147 pounds-feet of torque, which is gonna give you about 8 liters per 100 kilometers combined, or 29 mpg in the city. Now both vehicles come with a CVT transmission. Both vehicles come all-wheel drive, and here's the difference compared to the Rogue. The Rogue in 2023, they added this turbo engine, so you get the 3-cylinder 1.5 liter direct injection turbocharged engine. So it's going to give you about 201 horsepower, 225 pounds-feet of torque. For fuel economy, you're getting 7.7 liters per every 100 kilometers, or 30 mpg. Now, if you're towing, the Rogue is the way to go. The Rogue has about a 1,500 pound towing rating. Well, the Qashqai, you're not really supposed to tow with it. Maybe maximum like 300 to 500 pounds because of the CVT. So on paper, the Rogue has the better power plant, more horsepower, and better fuel economy for a bigger vehicle. But you also get the turbo. So if you're not a fan of turbos, go with the Qashqai. When we jump into the Rogue, as I mentioned, this one comes with the black interior, and you have the larger touchscreen here. And look at the shifter knob. This one has a little different shifter styling. So everything is just more updated, more modern with the Rogue here. It has this square shifter, and you do have this kind of floating center stack. So there's a little bit more storage space for your supplies. I definitely like the interior of the Rogue better. Like I said, it's just more modernized, more kind of 2023. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video. You have the USB and a USB-C here in the Rogue, and just a little better fit and finish on the Rogue, I would say. Now, when you compare the exterior styling, you can see that they're very similar. Like the Qashqai is the little cousin of the Rogue. The Rogue was redesigned for 2021, and the Qashqai, we haven't seen too many changes since it's been released here. It's expected to redesign, so it should eventually look more like this when we see the 24 models, but the Rogue just has a larger, more aggressive, kind of boxier styling to it here. Both of them have the V-Motion grille. Both of them are going to come with LED headlights, and you have your LED signature headlights. This one has fog lights, while our Rogue, you don't get any fog lights on the Rogue. You have this kind of dual stack styling here, and then your Qashqai, you kind of have one headlight there. So comment what you guys think of the front ends here, and let's look at the side profiles of each car. This one, obviously being the smaller vehicle, it is a little shorter. This one comes with these 19-inch kind of two-tone rims that you can see here. I mentioned both cars are going to come all-wheel drive, front and rear disc brakes as well. And then the mirrors are very similar. You have our turning accents, and then you have your around view monitor, which will compare the cameras in a second. Both of them are going to come with roof rails, and this one you kind of have that floating roof rail. So comparing the interiors, right now I'm jumping into the Nissan Qashqai, and this one in the blue, you do have this gray leather. You can get it in black. It depends on the exterior choice that you make, but if you like this gray leather, you can get the gray leather. But let's start it up here and check out some of the features that we have with the Qashqai. It's going to be pretty similar in terms of features interior wise. Both cars will come with the Android Auto and the Apple CarPlay. You have the dual temperature control as well. GPS navigation is built in, so you have the maps. And then this one comes with a 7-inch touchscreen. So a little smaller touchscreen than what we see in the Rogue. Yeah, comparing the backup cameras, both cars come with our around view monitor. The camera on the Rogue is just a little clearer. And this one comes with the 360 camera, moving object detection. Both of them come with all the safety features. So the biggest difference that I like better in the Rogue is it has that tablet-like screen. This one's kind of a built-in screen here, so your viewing angle, you're kind of looking more down, while the Rogue, you can still look at the screen and still see the road in your peripheral. Straight back shifter knob on the Qashqai. You might be wondering why I mentioned this, but let's jump into the Rogue and compare, and you'll see why. Let's jump to the side profile of the Rogue. You can see the roof rail is like one solid roof rail. There's no gap. And you have this chrome accent along the bottom here of the Rogue. Now this specific Rogue is on snow tires, so we'll pop a clip up of the rims of the SL so you can compare the rims and maybe comment which rim you like better between the Rogue or the Qashqai. Other than that, the side profiles are relatively similar. You have a little more height here with the Rogue and a little more boxier styling, like I said. So a big factor that you would want to consider is the cargo capacity, whether you have large items, dogs, or things like that. Here is the trunk of the Qashqai, 20 cubic feet that you can fit behind these seats. You have the divide and hide storage system, so you can adjust these. You can also remove these if you want a little extra storage. The seats fold down. It's a 60-40 split for the seats. So they fold pretty much a flat storage area. You have a little bit of incline there from the seats. Now let's compare the Rogue, and this is the difference here. You get 36 cubic feet of cargo capacity in the Rogue here. Quite a bit more storage space. You still have the divide and hide storage system that you get from the Qashqai, and you have the same split, 60-40 split for the seats as well. And it folds very, very similar. So if you're looking for more trunk space and more cargo capacity, the Rogue is the way to go. All right, now checking out the back here, let's do a little back seat test. The Rogue, obviously you're getting more space. You kind of have the stadium style seating in the Rogue, so I'm up higher. And you have 100 cubic feet of interior passenger volume in the Rogue. So if you have a family of 5, I would say the Rogue is the way to go. These rear seats are heated, and we also have our temperature control back here, and we have USB. So a little added feature in the Rogue. You have cup holders in each door. So let's check out the Qashqai. Now in the back of the Qashqai, not as much space, not as many features. 96 cubic feet of interior passenger volume back here. So that's why the Rogue is more expensive. The bigger the vehicle, the bigger the price tag. This one, you have your ventilation in the back, and you have cup holders in each door, just like the Rogue in the armrest. So if you're looking for space and size, the Rogue is the way to go. So now we're behind the wheel of the Rogue, and like I said, you can certainly kind of feel the turbo lag. Not necessarily a bad thing. It just all depends on what kind of person you are. If you're the type of person that likes your car to take off right away, then go with the regular 4-cylinder. But see, when I accelerate, you can put your foot down, there's a little hesitation, but then it takes off like a rocket. And that's the advantage that you have in the turbo. You have a bit more power and you get better fuel economy. So power plant's certainly better. The Rogue also comes with paddle shifters. So if you're the type of person that likes to use the paddle shifters, you can use the paddle shifters. And it has a few more drive modes. This one has a little more drive modes. It has like the snow mode and the sand mode as well. While the Qashqai, you only get the economy mode and the sport mode, and obviously your normal mode. So you have kind of just a few added little technology things in this Rogue. In terms of safety features, they're both going to come with the same safety features. That's one thing. Nissan kind of puts the same safety features in all their vehicles. blind spot monitor, forward emergency braking with the pedestrian detection, rear emergency braking with the pedestrian detection, automatic high beam assistant. You also get the lane departure warning as well. And both cars come with the Pro Pilot Assist. So it will keep you a safe distance centered in the lane, and it will use the intelligent cruise control to keep you a safe distance from the car in front of you. I really like the Pro Pilot Assist. In terms of sound systems, the Qashqai SL is going to come with 6 speakers. This one is also going to come with 6 speakers. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, so you can play your music, but both of them will come with like Bluetooth audio streaming. They will both come with the Sirius satellite radio if you want to play music that way. So overall, in terms of the drive, I do like the drive of the Qashqai. This one, it's better on paper. You get more power and you get more fuel economy. So I'm going to have to say I like the drive of the Rogue a little better. But the Qashqai is more of like a fun little puddle jumper. So if you're nervous about parking, or you live in like a city where you have to parallel park all day, or a busy urban environment, maybe the Qashqai will be easier in that perspective. So as I mentioned, the difference between the two, the Rogue has the turbocharged engine, while this one has just the regular 2-liter 4-cylinder. So you don't have that kind of power that you do get in the Rogue, and you don't have the towing, but this one still doesn't have that like turbo lag. So if you're not a fan of turbos, this Qashqai is certainly an awesome drive. I definitely love how the Qashqai drives, and I do just like a traditional 4-banger, just a little better. It's kind of like a smoother acceleration with the CVT transmission, and you don't kind of get that turbo lag that you get when you launch or put your foot down in the Rogue. The thing that you're losing here with this Qashqai is the space. Obviously the Rogue has more space. It's not like as modern in terms of the styling. You can see when the Rogue is a little more fitted in terms of the fit and finish of the Rogue is a little more modernized and kind of more 2023, if that makes sense. Now, I could talk about these cars all day, but I want to hear from you guys. Which one would you buy, the Rogue or the Qashqai? My final verdict, I'm paying the extra money for the Rogue. I do like the power plant, I do like the space and the size, and I like having that extra cargo capacity. I hope when they redesign the Qashqai, it's gonna be a more fair battle, but just the modern styling of the Rogue and the features, the fit and finish, just is worth that extra $9,000. Comment what you guys think. Would you choose the Rogue or the Qashqai? As always, we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.